feel it. Our aura, it's what's connecting us to everything. Now, Lucario, giant aura sphere!
Welcome back to the channel, guys. My Nerdy Treasures here. Jay with my brother Sam.
Welcome back, everyone.
And today we are really excited, as usual, to look into the new Blokees Lucario, number 448 on the Pokedex. This is the L class, and they're top of the line one, right? So this is the latest wave. They just announced a new one, so hopefully we'll bring those to the channel as well.
Yeah, pretty excited about those too.
Yeah,
you know, it's been a big month for Pokemon. We've got a new game coming out, Pokemon A through Z. You got Phantasmal Flames.
Z through A.
Z through A,
Yeah.
You're right. Z through A.
Yeah.
We got Phantasmal Flames. That's soon gonna come out over here in the US. I've been buying up the Japanese versions. Really excited because we got the Charizard chase card that we wanted. So
yeah, that's crazy.
It's been a big month. It's been a big month for Pokemon, and I think Blokees is killing it, especially with the latest versions of these Blokees Pokemon, and specifically Lucario, which has been pretty popular in the Pokemon community since 2005, since it came out. What was the movie it came out in?
Lucario and the Mystery of Mew.
Was it? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I think that's where he was first seen.
Right.
And then
We
I
got
think
him
the
in the
new
games.
generations came out after that. I
Right.
think that was like
2006.
Yeah.
He was in the first games, and then we've been able to see him even in later iterations with Smash Brothers. He's been
Which
added
was
to those stuff.
awesome.
He's great. Yeah, I love him in that game. So we're really excited to get to break down this this new figure that we got from Blokees, which they got a lot of stuff coming out, Jay. So what are we looking at?
So the packaging, as usual, is actually pretty great. Pretty standard, nothing too crazy, right? For those people that collect boxes, Blokees doesn't really focus on that, so that's that. And as far as the build of this guy, he was actually pretty intuitive, I'd say. Much easier than who was it? Scyther? I think Scyther. Yeah, Scyther was a little bit more involved, nothing too crazy, but he was just as easy as Snorlax, which we did a review on that guy. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's actually really cool.
Still one of our favorite ones of Blokees, right?
It's so
I
cool.
think after Charizard,
The Snorlax one was awesome. They're doing some really good stuff. But off the top of with this L class, it does feel premium. Now, compared to the other Pokemon, he's a little bit smaller, but I think that's true to scale.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Blokees is scaling like 1-to-1. For example, Snorlax would be much bigger.
Much bigger. Yeah.
But as far as like how it looks on the shelf, he looks great. He looks really, really nice.
And Lucario scales very nicely with them as well. I mean, it, like you said, it's not a perfect scale, but it's pretty reasonable to the point where you put them next to each other and he looks fantastic.
Yeah, and we got some images towards the end of the review of him standing next to what we have so far.
So what do you think about the quality so far, the build?
I think they stay true to their quality. One of the things that did surprise me, which we're going to get into now, is the articulation. And the reason I say that is because at first glance, he seems pretty simple. You kind of look at it kind of basic, yeah. Mm-hmm. But the more that I mess with it, and I think I even showed you, and we have some pretty cool poses and pictures coming up,
mm-hmm.
He actually surprised me. Now, starting with the head, he's got good range. Got range to look up and down. I think enough to what you would want him to do. I don't think Lucario is like an acrobatic type of Pokemon, so like he doesn't need to be doing crazy poses. He is fighting type, so those he has enough for those specific poses to look nice. And I think we'll kind of show that towards the end of the review also. But he definitely has good range in the arms. I do like and commend Blokees for their engineering as usual, because again, at first glance he looks kind of basic, but the more that you mess with it, he's got like small butterfly, nothing too crazy. He does have those wrist joints that you see there,
shoulder ball joints,
the shoulder ones, and
he's got a torso.
Yeah, definitely has a torso there. And again, it seems basic at first glance, but one of the things that I kind of was surprised and kind of disappointed about was the fact that he doesn't have a wrist swivel. Blokees does an incredible job of the aesthetic of the figure as well. So like the way that they design them, they look really nice.
Yeah, and Lucario, normally he's painted or shown doing like that uppercut fist, and at first we thought we couldn't do it, which we were like, oh come on, man. I mean, it's Lucario. He's normally in that pose and the aura sphere pose, obviously.
Right.
So what did we figure out, Jay?
So messing with it right before that we actually did the review, we're like, wait a minute, does he have a forearm swivel? And yeah, he does actually. So we're gonna add some images towards the end of the review that you guys will be able to see and really appreciate the fact that he's able to do that, which is really cool. I mean, again, the engineering behind Blokees and the price point that they have, really great. Like he even has a drop down, which is
on his legs,
which is really nice because like he's gonna be doing some type of acrobatic moves. He does some kicks, right? He's a fighting type again, fighting steel. But the fact that he's able to move the way that you need him to was really surprising and really, really impressed again with that.
And adding to one of those points of articulation, we see the toe,
the ankle,
is the toes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So we have the hinge at the toes, and the ankles, like you were gonna mention.
Yeah.
They do also have a swivel. I'm not sure. I can't remember if it's a ball joint.
I think it's a hinge.
It's a hinge.
Yeah.
In the ankle.
In the ankle, yeah. So that,
you have your regular. It's not double jointed knees, but you got your joints at your knees. You got your joints at the elbows, and we discovered the swivel in the forearm, which can now give us more dynamic poses that we wanted to get Lucario in. So overall, I think articulation wise, it's a great figure. One more for Blokees, and I wanted to point out that the paint job that they did on this figure is very faithful to what we've seen him portrayed as in the anime and in the video games. So points for Blokees in that aspect.
Yeah, and not only that, they do a really good job with keeping the aesthetic true to the anime or the Pokemon cards, for example. Because they keep the proportions really, really nice. And here we're just showing that he does have really good balance when it comes to those poses. If you just want to stand him up in one of those iconic poses that he's just looking out into the middle distance, or if you want to have him just running, he does come with the stand, which we're going to get into right now with the accessories. But you can use that. Do you need it? Depending on the type of pose that you want to do, sure. But he has really good balance. Now, he is on the lighter side. He's not as heavy, or he's not as dense as, let's say, a Snorlax or the Charizard that we reviewed.
But saying in what Blokees has been doing, he's not a hollow model kit. He does feel much more dense than a regular model kit.
Yeah.
So, they're keeping that quality up.
Yeah, for sure. It's not a model kit. This is, I would say, a buildable action figure. What do you guys think? Are these model kits? We're leaning on the side of action figures that you just kind of put together.
Yeah, they're kind of builder figures. Yeah. But the Blokees describes them as model kits.
Right. Oh, okay.
So
gotcha.
Getting into what he comes with, again, I think they're becoming a top tier company for figures, for collectors, and how much I think they give to the collector.
Right.
And here we see him with this display, a mini diorama, like I like to call it. He even comes with some of the accessories and the moves, like the aura sphere that we have here. And so I think that it's always something that I'd like to point out, because it's always something that we complain about. And when a company does a great job, I mean, it even gives you the stand for the accessories.
Right.
So not only did he come with an accessory, they give you the stand for the accessory. So, Yeah, 2 thumbs up for
Yeah,
Blokees.
for sure. And this is something that a lot of people were asking to kind of look at. This is the size comparisons with other Blokees figures. That was the Psyduck, Riolu. Now we have the Snorlax and the Slowpoke.
Slowpoke.
Right. Here's some of the new and the first and second wave of the figures. And
You got Scyther, Charizard.
And they really look good on the shelf.
Yeah, it looks great. It looks fantastic.
Anyone that collects Pokemon, like if you guys haven't jumped in on Blokees, you can tell with these people they are all in on Blokees.
And they're making it very affordable and accessible to collectors.
Yeah, it's not difficult to get your hands on.
You're not
for
paying
now.
$80 or $70, like, you know, and it's world class. I think in engineering, in paint app, and also accessories.
Yeah, for sure. You know, like our final thoughts. What would you say as a final thought?
So in the beginning, when we first opened them and we were looking at him, I think I told you, to me, this is a 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
I was a little bit disappointed, and we even talked about the hips.
Yeah.
That the hips seemed a bit too out of proportion, but after analyzing him in the anime and even in the video games, you know, they actually they made him very proportionate to what he looks like. And discovering all of the articulation, I bumped it up to a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah, definitely a great figure for me as well. This is easy one of those that you have to have in your Pokemon collection. Again, compared to any other lines that have come out with him. Does Jazzwares have one?
I believe they do.
I think they do, right? I haven't, but I don't even remember what that looks like right now. But as far as, is this a must pick up? Absolutely must pick up. I would say maybe closer to that 7.58. I am really happy. You know, the more and more you mess and play with him and, you know, you move him around, I think you'll get more and more impressed with the engineering. Again, Blokees does an incredible job when it comes to that. It looks simple, but they balance the aesthetic really well. And they also give you enough to get into those poses that you see them on the shows or on the cards and stuff. So this is an easy pickup for me, guys. Just as a final thought, we did catch some of the, I think, was it Wonder Fest or Wonder Con in Shanghai that Blokees and a bunch of other, you know, companies came out with LPZZ, NR, and just as a quick thought on that, that was probably one of the most impactful, you know, conventions that we've seen. Like, they really changed the game for a lot of figures. So if you guys want to, you know, get our thoughts on those, just let us know.
Yeah, we can do a video on what to us were the highlights. I saw, for example, Blokees getting into Star Wars, they're getting into Transformers. Now they have their own version of Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
And even the dinosaur ones, you and me gasped, man. Like, we were like, whoa, what is going on?
Yeah.
It looks pretty impressive. And yeah, I think it'd be fun to make a little video on that.
So maybe we can jump back to that. But if you haven't gotten into Pokemon with Blokees, if you collect any other line, this is the one. This is the one you got to get into before it's too late, before it's difficult to get a hold of. And just also to support a company that really is doing, guys, we have no one pays us to say this.
Yeah, obviously.
We have no affiliations. We have 200 followers, okay?
Yeah, we're buying our own figures.
We're buying our own figures out of pocket, but we're genuinely impressed with what this company is doing. So
yeah, they're filling in the gaps to things that we've continuously, as a community of collectors, have been complaining about, and the price hikes. And if you get a price hike, fine. What are you going to give me for the price hike? And we don't get that. We just keep getting more of, well, this is the new price, and if you like it, you get it. If you don't, too bad, right? And so that's not the attitude that we feel with these companies like Blokees that are coming out and giving us so much value for the money that we're spending.
Yeah, for sure. So we hope you guys enjoyed today's review. Don't forget to like, to comment, to subscribe. If you can, hype this video up. Guys, we really appreciate, we crossed 200 followers recently, and to us it's a big deal. Again, we're doing this for fun because we enjoy to do this. We enjoy to collect and just share our thoughts with you guys, our community. and hopefully we can do this for a lot longer. So again, hope you guys enjoyed this review, and we'll catch you on the next one.
See you later.